Jenna, and I'm back at it with another 30-day challenge video. And so for this challenge, I was to journal every day for 30 days. And this is one that I found hard to start because I think all challenges are hard to start, but this one that was one that was really fun to do, and I'm glad that I did it. So the first part of this video, I'm going to be talking about how it came about and like my personal experience with the challenge. And then for the second half, I'm going to be talking about how I did it, and tips for journaling every day. So if you guys would like to skip to that part, just go ahead and check out the description and I'll put the timestamp of that. So basically I decided to take on this challenge because it's part of one of the High Existence blog's challenges. Basically the challenge was to just write every day, talking about your day and just basically analyzing it. So that's what I did. But you can also do other things as well. I also write in my manifestation journal every day, so that's something that I do as well. And I also really love to write, so that was something that kind of came easier to me maybe than people who don't love to write. One of my New Year's resolutions for 2016 was to make a blog post every month about how the month went and what things I did that were significant to me that month. And through that, I kind of discovered that I enjoyed journaling. So that's something I enjoy doing. So I do that once a month just because I didn't want to forget what happened that month, because I realized when I was reflecting on my year, I had no idea what happened each month. So I did that in 2016. And because I had enjoyed it so much and loved looking back at what I had done and reading those posts, I decided to do it for 2017 as well. So that's something I've been keeping up with. Like I mentioned before, the first few days were the hardest just because it wasn't as fun, but I decided to kind of make it fun rather than just like journaling my day. I decided to talk about specific things that made me happy, and I realized that those were fun to look back on, so that kind of made it easier. After doing it for so long, it feels weird to not be journaling every day anymore. I probably will end up journaling more often, just not every day. The last few months or so, I have only been posting like once a month. My journal is on a private Tumblr, so I just do posts on there. But I'll definitely now, I think I'll do it more often because I realize it's so beneficial for me just to like talk about my day, because not only is it fun to look at, but I also feel like reflecting on my day happens naturally when I start writing about it, and I realize things that I thought mattered about my day didn't matter so much, like little things that made me upset or stuff like that, and the things that really did matter. And I like seeing what things made me feel happy or what things made me feel sad, and just kind of like analyzing that, because I like to analyze things and learn more about myself, and I think that journaling is a great way to do that. So now let's get into my tips. My first tip is to define the what. So basically what I mean by that is define what you're going to be writing about every day. Are you going to be doing a gratitude journal? Are you going to be journaling about your day? Are you going to be journaling about your manifestations? Stuff like that. I think by defining what you're going to be writing about is going to help cut down on the time it's going to take to write that diary post or journal post, and it's going to make it more enjoyable for you because you already know what you're going to be doing, and it's not like kind of like struggling for creativity or anything like that. You just already know what it's going to be. It kind of helps with the struggle of getting words into a paper by already having one thing decided before you ever start writing. Second tip is to make it fun in any way you can. You can make it fun by the topic that you choose. You can even make it fun by buying cool things for you to write with, or a pretty journal for you to write in. I think that's the easiest way to stick with it, is by making it fun, because if you're not enjoying yourself every day when you're writing, then you definitely won't stick with it. My third tip is to set aside a certain time to do it. So I found that I like to do it most around 5 o'clock, because that's when I have already done my chores or like the things that I need to do for that day on that day. And that's when I started winding down after exercising and stuff like that. I figured out that was the best time for me to do it, and the time when I enjoyed doing it most, because if I did it right before bed, then I'd be too tired, and just in the morning just didn't feel right to me. I just found that's what worked best for me, and you can figure this out through trial and error as well. My last tip is to stay motivated, and you can do this like I mentioned earlier by making it fun. Another way to stay motivated is to think about why you're doing it and think about the results that you're going to be getting. If you're doing a poetry every day, think about how cool it is to look back and see this huge body of work that you created by doing poetry every day, or think about how cool it would be to look back on 5 years from now and see what you were doing that exact day. staying motivated the first week or so will definitely help you in continuing to journal every day, but by the time you've probably made it by 2 weeks, maybe it might take you a month, at least to a month, I think by then it will be a habit, now something that will be second nature to you and you'll find easy to do. So that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.